Ken! Long time no talk.
Who is this?
It's me, Terry. I know it's you, Ken.
How did you get my number?
That doesn't matter. It's been 10 years since our divorce. We're both in our 30s now. Time flies.
What do you want?
Oh, stop being so mean. You know you missed me.
No.
Hey, guess what? I decided to move.
Okay.
Where do you think I'm moving to? Guess.
I don't care.
Drum roll, please. I'm going to your house.
What?
Oh, I mean, our house.
What are you saying? This house is under my name. It's not yours.
No, I mean, your house is my house.
Huh?
Stop playing dumb.
What are you talking about?
You built a new house, right? It's huge, right?
I guess? It was for my family, so I guess it's pretty big.
And it's such a good neighborhood. You worked really hard for this, didn't you? I'm so proud of you.
Huh?
My stuff should be arriving there today.
What? Your stuff?
There's a lot of boxes, but you'll be fine. I'll get there around 7 p.m. or so. Oh, and I'm wearing those panties you like. This is gonna be fun.
Gross.
What? Oh, stop it. You know you want it. I can't wait to see you, babe. See you in a bit.
You're grossing me out.
What? Stop saying that. You know you want me.
You're not listening to me. What's wrong with you? I don't want you.
Huh? What are you saying? What's going on here?
You're grossing me out. I don't want you coming to my house. Get that through your head.
Huh? Why? Why are you grossed out by me? Why? Why? I'm doing all of this for you.
Huh? What's this got to do with you? This is my house, not yours. It's been 10 years since we split up. You're not making any sense.
What? But you built that house for me, right?
Huh?
That's what I heard.
No. Who told you that?
Ted.
Ted? You mean my colleague?
Yes.
Wait. You quit your job after we got a divorce. And you hate Ted. I didn't know you guys kept in touch.
No, it's not like that. I was working at this bar and Ted came one night. He didn't notice me, but I heard him talking to someone about you. He said you built a really big house just for me. He was saying how much you loved me. I heard him loud and clear.
What?
So I asked around and they told me about your house. I was so happy, baby. So why are you being so mean to me? Stop it. Please, just be yourself.
Hold on. I'm gonna call Ted. I talked to Ted.
Now do you believe me?
He said he was talking about my new house at the bar, but...
See, I told you.
But wait.
What?
He never mentioned your name. You said you heard him say your name, but I think he was saying Sherry.
What?
Yeah, Sherry.
What?
He barely remembered you. And it's been 10 years. Why would he be talking about you?
But then, who the hell was he talking about? Who's Sherry?
She's his cousin.
Cousin?
Yes, Ted actually introduced me to her.
What? What does that mean? I'm so confused. Why would he introduce you to his cousin? Who is she?
Do you really have to ask? I think you already know the answer to that.
Wait. No.
She's my wife.
You got married?
Yes.
Wait, no! No! When?
6 years ago. We got 2 kids.
What? You never told me that.
You cheated on me and left me. Why would I tell you?
Wait, no, you can't do this to me.
What do you mean?
I've got nowhere to go, and I quit my job.
What do you mean?
I was living in this small apartment, but then I heard you built a new house for me. I was so happy, you know? I knew you were the one for me, so I...
Let me guess. You moved out of your apartment?
Yes, I did it all for you. You get it now?
No.
Come on, Ken. You're so insensitive.
Okay. You were always saying that to me, even when we were married. You cheated on me because I was insensitive, right? Whatever that means.
If you remember that, why are you still like this?
Look, I want nothing to do with you, okay?
Stop being mean.
Whatever.
I'm still your wife.
No, you're not.
Let's get married again.
Huh?
I don't have a home anymore, and I lost my job. It's all your fault. You gotta do something.
Do you even hear yourself? How is this my fault?
It's your friend's fault, Ted.
You were eavesdropping on him.
But he said...
He wasn't even talking to you. Stop trying to pin this on him.
But...
And another thing. Why did you move out of your apartment? You should have done some more research first. Makes no sense. You're crazy, you know that?
But... I thought I was sure.
Okay. Well, you should have checked. A lot can happen in 10 years.
But... I trusted you, Ken. You said you'd always love me. After I left my boyfriend, I didn't date anyone. But you betrayed me.
You're not making any sense. We got a divorce because you were having an affair, remember?
But then what about me, huh?
Huh? What do you mean? Look, I don't have time for this. Just don't come to the house, okay?
What? Why?
My wife and kids are here. They mean everything to me now. I built this place for them, not you.
What? How can you say that to me?
Oh, and your stuff came a few minutes ago. The delivery guy asked me to pay for the boxes. You didn't pay him up front? What's wrong with you?
Oh, so my stuff is there already?
No. I told the mover there was a misunderstanding. They took the boxes back. Not sure where they are now.
What? What the hell?
What did you expect me to do?
How dare you? What am I supposed to do? I told you, I don't have a home anymore.
Not my problem. Just rent one of those storage facilities.
I don't have any money.
Just don't come to my house. If you come anywhere near me, I'm calling the cops.
Ken, please. At least let me stay until I get a new job.
I'm blocking you. Turns out she got my number from an old friend of mine. We used to work at the same company. He thought I was getting back together with her or something. When he asked me about her, I told him everything that happened. He apologized to me for giving her my number without asking. Oh, and that night after I blocked her, she went to Ted's house for some reason. She started yelling at him, telling him that it was all his fault. He ended up calling the cops on her. After that, she went back to live with her parents. Things weren't looking good for her. Oh well, not my problem.
Hey, Allie. My kid just fell asleep. Could you keep it down? I can hear your footsteps. Oh, sorry, Mary. I was looking for something. I'll try to be quiet. I've been thinking, this house. I don't think it's big enough for 3 families. Oh, but we've been doing this for 3 years now. We all have our own kitchen and bathroom. What is there to complain about? Yeah, but, think about it. I've got my parents-in-law below me, and my sister-in-law above me. It's pretty stressful, you know? Oh, is it the noise? That too, but I don't know. And I'm pregnant, so it'd be nice to have an extra room for the kids. Catch my drift? Maybe you should get your own place. Wait, you're asking me to leave? I never said that. I'm just saying, maybe you should stop leeching off of your parents. I mean, your brother's family lives below you. You ever think about that? What are you talking about? You just don't get it, do you? You're basically a shut-in. If I were you, I'd be so embarrassed. And I don't want my kids growing up thinking that this is okay. I'm not a shut-in. I work from home. And I pay for all the maintenance. I had no idea you felt this way about me. I'm not a shut-in, okay? Yes, you are. And what do you mean by maintenance? I bet you don't even pay that much. Look, you're probably never going to get married. We're going to end up taking care of you, so just try to be more considerate, okay? I just want to relax when I'm home, okay? So the truth comes out. I thought you and I were getting along, but I guess it was all just an act. You always look down on me, huh? Well, yeah, pretty much. Long story short, I don't like you. So can you move out? Once your parents die and you've got nowhere else to go, maybe you can move back in, but I know, maybe you can be our maid or something. So you want me to move out now and come back later as your maid? Is this what your brother wants too? Of course. He said he wanted some extra room for the kids. I'm sure he'd agree with me. So what do you think? Fine. I guess you made up your mind. I'll clear out the house. Happy? Really? Yay! When can you move out? Let me know. I'll help you pack. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Bye. What the hell, Allie? Where's our stuff? What happened to our wallpaper? What's going on? Huh? What do you mean? You said you wanted to clear up some space, so I moved all your stuff out. What's the matter? What? I never said we were moving out. I told you to move out. Fix this right now. You've got no right to do this. But you have the right to kick me out? Is that it? How does that work? You said all those things to me, but this is my family's house. You get that? What are you saying? My husband is the oldest son in your family. This house is going to be his someday. That means I'm in charge. So, yeah, I got every right to kick you out of the house. I'm not sure about that. And this is my house. If you don't like me, just move out. You've got no say in this. You might be older than my husband, but so what? Stop acting like a big shot. And this house isn't yours. It's your dad's. And it's going to be my husband's soon. Get that through your head. You're pathetic. I don't know why you think that, but my parents don't own this house. It's mine. Literally. What do you mean? Your parents gave it to you? No. I built this place myself, with my own money. Our old house had to be sold off. Dad wanted to move into a condominium, but I had some extra room, so I asked them if they wanted to live here. So they're living in my house, actually. What? Stop making things up. This can't be your house. You don't make that much money. I don't know why you think I'm a shut-in, but I'm actually an author. I'm doing quite well for myself, actually. But you probably don't read, so... What? An author? You never told me that. You never told me any of this. Yes, I did. And you're the one that came to me. My brother got fired, and you all needed a place to stay, remember? I explained all of this to you when you guys moved in. You forgot already? Huh? You forgot, huh? How dumb are you? And now you're trying to kick me out of my own house? This is hilarious. What's wrong with you, huh? You're the one leeching off of me. You realize that? I forgot, okay? Look, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Now you apologize? Ha! That's funny. This must be embarrassing for you. I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm sorry for all the things I said to you. I know we're getting a really good deal for this place. I'm sorry. So please, can we move back in? Please? Why? You wanted to move out, and your husband got a new job, so that was the deal, remember? But we've got nowhere else to go. Can we stay a bit longer? Just let us stay for a few more years. Ha! Yeah, right. You don't like me and I don't like you. So, no. I told you. This is my house. This is my decision, not yours. I sent all your stuff to your parents' house. Just go stay with them. What? My parents' house? My older brother lives there with his wife. I hate her. No, please, let me stay. Look, I don't like you, okay? I don't want to live with you. If you don't want to live with your parents, go somewhere else. Why are you being so mean to me? I've got kids. You're just gonna throw us out like this? What's wrong with you? Why am I being so mean to you? You're serious? After all those things you said to me? What did you expect? And so what if you've got kids? That doesn't give you an excuse to do whatever you want. Get out of my face. But, it was just a misunderstanding. And I said I was sorry. What more do you want? It's too late for apologies. Grow up. But, I've heard enough. This is just a waste of time. You're leaving, end of story. Now we can both live in peace. Now get out of my life. I never want to see your face again. No! I gotta go. Oh, and I changed the locks already, so no need to return the keys to me. Bye. Mary didn't give up. She locked herself in her room, refusing to leave. She kept apologizing to me over and over again, but I knew she didn't mean any of it. She just wanted to stay here. It was pretty obvious. It was starting to get pretty annoying. So I told my brother I was going to take legal action if she wasn't out of the house by the end of the day. He had to drag her out of there, but she finally left after that. They moved to her parents' house after that. It was a living nightmare for her, living with her older brother's wife. They hated each other. Sucks to be her. Oh well, not my problem. John, it's me, Christina. How are you? John, hello? Answer me.
How did you get my number?
I asked Bob. It's an emergency.
Ugh. You gotta go through my lawyer. I told you this when we got divorced.
But this is important. I couldn't wait.
What is it?
Your dad passed away, right?
Huh? Oh, so you know. Yeah, he died about a year ago.
What? A year ago?
Yeah. So what do you want?
Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to pay my respects.
You serious?
Huh?
You already forgot what you did? My dad was furious with you. And can you blame him? I'd be furious too if I found out that my granddaughter wasn't actually related to me. I didn't call you because I didn't want you to be there.
But still, I wish you would have called. Anyways, we gotta meet up and figure this out.
Huh? Figure what out?
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh, I'm talking about his inheritance.
Huh?
You thought I wouldn't notice?
What? What's this got to do with you?
What? You're trying to cut me out?
What are you talking about?
We're entitled to some of his money, you know that.
Huh?
How much do we get? Your dad was loaded, right? I know he had a lot of family, but still. So, how much do I get? Tell me.
Huh?
What are you so confused about?
You're not my wife anymore, and your daughter, she's not mine, so you don't get anything.
What?
My mom is gone already, so I split everything with my brothers.
You're joking, right?
Huh?
You can't do this. You can't just take everything for yourself.
But that's the law. He didn't have a will or anything, so it's just how things work.
So we should be getting some of that money.
No. You don't get anything. Like I said before, I split everything with my brothers. You're not getting any of it. And it's already done.
Done? No! I want my share, and my daughter's share too. I'm gonna come see you very soon. You better have our money, you hear me?
Hey!
What?
I talked to Rob, your husband, and your daughter too.
What?
We exchanged contact info, just in case. Your husband seems like a decent person. Anyways, I called him and told him you contacted me and
You did what?
I talked to your daughter too. She's all grown up, huh?
So what? What's your point?
He told me everything. You got another boyfriend, right? You left them when your daughter was in 4th grade, right?
What's to you? This has nothing to do with my inheritance money.
Just listen. Rob started his own business 3 years ago, right? Things were going pretty well. But then, he got sick and was hospitalized for 3 months. And for some reason, you thought he was dying. So you started spending money like crazy because you thought you'd get a big fat paycheck from his life insurance. But then, he recovered. And now you're up to your neck in debt, right? Then you found out about my dad and now you're trying to leech off of me. That sound about right?
Ugh, so what? It's my money too!
How many times do I have to tell you? You got a divorce. You're not entitled to anything.
What?
Look it up on the internet. It's not that hard.
What? Wait, I'm not getting any money?
No! That's what I've been telling you this whole time. You're just a stranger to me. You're not getting anything. Not a single dime.
No. No! What am I supposed to do, huh? I'm in debt.
Figure it out yourself.
I know. Let's get married again.
Huh?
If we get married again, it'll all work out. I'm so smart. I'll come see you in a few days.
I'm married.
What?
All you care about is money. My new wife is nothing like you. She's a really kind-hearted person.
Wait.
And we just had our first kid. He looks exactly like me.
Wait, no!
So yeah, stop texting me. So yeah, I was pretty surprised when my ex-wife texted me. I thought about ignoring her, but if I did that, she probably would have come over to the house, so I guess it all worked out. After I shut her down, she tried to get back with Rob, but Rob was already married too. I'm glad everything worked out for him and his daughter. So Christina was screwed. She had nowhere to go and was drowning in debt. Sucks to be her. Oh well, not my problem.
Hey Pam, I was wondering about your answer, to my marriage proposal. What do you say?
That again, huh?
Yeah, sorry if I'm being overly persistent, but it's been 5 months since I proposed and it's really bugging me. If you have a reason for turning me down, I want you to be honest and tell me.
Well, not sure how to say this, but I still want to make sure, I guess.
Make sure? Huh? Make sure about what?
Yeah, I want to make sure Matt, if you're really good for me.
But now? Do you want me to make sure now? I mean, we've been going out for 4 years now. Are you still not sure? Also, when Carl suggested we live together first, you were a bit wishy-washy about that too. I really would appreciate some kind of reaction from you. You keep giving me the runaround.
Reaction, huh? Yeah, okay. You brought up my brother's name, so this may just be the opportune time.
Opportune?
Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you then. About your annual income, it's way lower than Carl's, right?
Huh?
Come on, it's lower, right?
Yeah, well, I guess. I never really talked about it, but yeah, I guess his income is higher. He works at a foreign firm and his sales record is way up there at the top, right? Besides, he's like 10 years older than either of us. I've only been working for 3 years, so he's way ahead of me. I mean, it's obvious he would be making more.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My brother, boy, he is really awesome, isn't he?
Huh? Hey, Pam, aren't we getting a little sidetracked here?
Sidetracked? What do you mean?
I mean, Carl's annual income has nothing to do with my marriage proposal to you.
Well, actually, it's got everything to do with it.
Really? Why?
So, that's that, so I'm sorry.
Huh?
Your marriage proposal, I'm gonna pass on it. I'm really sorry.
But why? At least give me a reason!
Well, I have to marry someone that will surpass my brother. I hope you understand.
Huh? Are you serious? That's a little insulting, don't you think? I agree that Carl is a great guy and all that, and I really do respect him, but he's been working for 10 years and I've only been working 3 years, straight out of college. How could you compare the two? Comparing the two of us just doesn't make sense.
But the fact is that my brother Carl is way more awesome than you. You should be grateful. I gave you 3 years since joining the company to make something of yourself. Matt, I really thought you were the one. I was sure you would be able to surpass my brother Carl. But I'm sorry to say that the 3-year wait was just a waste of time. So sorry. I hope you understand.
Are you being serious?
I am, and since the whole thing is off, we no longer have to meet. See ya.
Huh? Wait!
I'm gonna block you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Hey, Matt, I heard. Are you okay?
Hey sis, what's up?
I heard it all from Carl. Didn't really know how I should contact you. Hey, cheer up, little brother.
Sorry to worry you.
And Carl, he feels really bad about the whole thing. It seems Pam has had an almost abnormal love for her older brother since they were kids. He was actually taken aback by the demands. Comparing you to Carl, he's really disheartened about the whole thing. Thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah, I get it. After all, it was Carl who introduced me to Pam 3 years ago. But please tell him it's not his fault. He had nothing to do with it. Tell him not to feel bad about the whole thing.
Okay, not a problem. I'll tell him. Are you... Matt, you really going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. My buddy took me out drinking the other day and got an earful of all of my grievances. I'm sure he had a good time. My heart was a bit wounded, but I'm starting to feel better. I'll get over it.
Well, that makes me feel way better.
Hey sis, can I blow off steam with you on occasion?
What? For sure. Blow up all the steam you want. That's why I sent you the line message. Steam away.
Thanks, sis. Really appreciate it. Really. Always so manly.
Hey, excuse me, but I'm a woman.
Maybe I should call you Master Yoda. Huh?
Huh? Am I so shriveled up and windy? Well, if you can make jokes like that, you're gonna be just fine, little brother.
I'm glad I talked to you, sis. I feel way better already.
So, I also hear you're coming home at the end of the month.
Yeah, figured I could talk with Dad. He would be able to get me back on track again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I guess I'll head home then too. Let's all sit down and have a few drinks. It'll be fun for a change.
Yeah, that sounds great. Cheers!
Hey Matt, it's been a while. There was something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a bit of time?
Yeah, what's up? It's been ages. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, my brother, Carl, he's getting married.
Yeah, I know.
So you also must know who his wife-to-be will be, Michelle, right?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? Michelle is my sister.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I take it you had no idea.
No, I didn't.
When Carl introduced me to you, he said I was his girlfriend's younger brother.
Yeah, I guess I forgot all about that. I got it all wrong. I thought he said you were someone's brother from work.
Yeah, well, my sister works at the same office as Carl. There's no doubt about that. But it really doesn't matter. It's all in the past. So, what is it you want? Alrighty, if that's all, see ya.
Please, wait.
Huh? What now?
Matt, I made up my mind. I decided to accept your proposal.
Huh?
I think we're perfect for each other.
But you rejected my proposal a long time ago. And I thought you didn't want a guy whose annual income was less than Carl's.
Please, forget all that. I gave it a lot of thought, and I came to the conclusion that you were the best for me. If you're still angry that I rejected you, please give me another chance. Matt, would you marry me?
Sorry, gonna pass.
Huh?
Our relationship ended when you rejected my proposal years ago.
Yeah, well, I just rejected the proposal. I didn't intend to end our romantic relationship.
You said the whole thing was off and that we no longer had to see each other. Then you blocked me. Yeah, real romantic. Okay then. I'm gonna block you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Remember that?
Huh? Yeah, kinda.
That's what you said the last time we talked. It was clear at that moment that you never intended to see me ever again. And you insist that our so-called romantic relationship hasn't ended? Please, give me a break. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
It's not a joke. How could you say that? I really care for you, Matt. That's why I contacted you. I'm being serious, really.
Huh? I see. So what are you so serious about, can I ask?
Like I said, I'm serious about getting married.
I don't think that's it.
Why won't you believe me?
Okay, listen up. You know perfectly well that I'm Carl's fiance's brother. On top of that, Carl and I are really close friends now. With all that said, you really think I didn't hear?
Huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hear what?
I'm talking about when Carl and Michelle started living together in preparation for getting married. It was right about that time you started harassing my sister. Right?
Huh? I don't know anything about that.
You snuck behind their backs and made yourself an extra key, and then snuck around the neighborhood where they lived, and when Carl wasn't around, you started giving Michelle a hard time, pestering her constantly. What's more, you used that extra key and snuck into their house, rummaging through her stuff, using it without her permission? But I know my sister. She can handle herself just fine. She talked to Carl about that whole thing. As a result, they decided to move. And so, now you're not able to get in contact with them. Did I leave out anything?
No, that's not right. I was only...
What's not right?
I don't want to criticize your sister, but she's got everything all mixed up is all.
Mixed up? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Totally delusional. I didn't do anything of the sort. What do I have to be shunned when I didn't do anything? Matt, you're really close with them, right? Could you please tell me where they moved to? You tell me and I'll marry you.
Okay, let me get this straight. I tell you where they moved, and as a consolation prize, I get to marry you. Is that right?
That's right. Pretty good deal, huh?
Not exactly.
Come on, Matt. Stop beating around the bush. I know you want it.
Like I said, I'm gonna pass.
Well, that was before you knew that your sister was delusional. Now that you know it was all a mix-up by your sister, no problem.
It's no mix-up. It's fact.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said I didn't do anything.
Let's get one thing straight. Their actions were based on sound evidence. They made sure of that.
Evidence?
They installed numerous security cameras in the house, and Michelle always carried around a tiny IC recorder. So with that, they collected all the footage of you in the house and your nasty comments to my sister. They also listed all the items that were stolen. Michelle took all this evidence and showed it to Carl, and they made the decision to move, without informing you.
But then that means...
Once my sister sets her mind to it, she will not stop until she's 100% satisfied. I'm sorry to say, you are not in the same league as her. I suggest you back off for your own good.
But you can't. If my brother sees all that, all the stuff I did, he'll hate me forever.
Oh, so you admit you did all that stuff?
But I couldn't just let it go. I never expected my brother to get married.
What are you talking about?
I mean, my brother is going to be taken away from me. Obviously, I would try to stop it and take him back. And you too, Matt. You're just keeping up appearances, aren't you? I bet you're jealous as hell that your sister's being taken away from you.
No, not really.
No way! How could you not feel resentful?
Resentful? No, not at all.
Come on, you're lying. Hey, I'm in the same predicament as you. I understand your feelings. We're like two peas in a pod. So, we get married, you tell me where my brother is, everyone's happy.
I keep trying to tell you. Yeah, I am really fond of my sister. In fact, I love her dearly. But, unlike your abnormal brotherly love, or obsession, I should say, I don't go screwing things up for them.
Huh?
Besides, it's been quite a long time since they've been seeing each other. It was like 2 years ago that Carl proposed to my sister.
Huh? That long ago?
They were both pretty busy and couldn't get enough time to tie the knot. That's all. If, as you say, I was so obsessed with my sister, don't you think I would have done something about it a long time ago?
Well, I guess.
What if I did make a fuss and tried to take my sister away from Carl? I can just see you getting all upset with me about hurting your precious brother, right?
Yeah, well, I can't imagine anybody disliking my brother.
Are you starting to realize what you're saying? Everything you're saying is contradictory.
Huh?
You say I would probably be really jealous if someone took my sister away from me. You also say you can't imagine anybody disliking your brother. So which is it? Do you want me to be friends with Carl, or do you want me to hate him? Which is it?
Well, I'm just saying.
And another thing. I consider Carl more than a brother. A true friend. So I'm happy for them. And hope they have a good life together.
But that's...
About my sister marrying. I'm happy for her. But it's her life. She can do how she pleases. But I do know this. I don't want anything to do with someone who would marry me just to get her brother back.
But why?
You figured if you married me, you would never be separated from your brother, am I right? Well, it's all for nothing, actually. I'm already married.
Huh?
I got married earlier this year.
You're not serious. Wait a second. What about me? What happens to me? How am I gonna find out where my brother is? At least have him meet me so we can talk. I'll head over to your place right away.
Not sure that's possible. I moved out of state. With the whole family.
What? Where?
Anyways, I already rejected your proposal, so no need to meet anymore, right? See ya.
Please, wait just a sec.
Bye-bye. Gonna block you. After learning of Pam's abnormal obsession and relentless pestering of Michelle, Carl was furious. My sister took all the evidence she had and showed it to Pam's parents. Pam's parents were very fond of Michelle and liked Carl. They were infuriated with her actions. But Pam, being Pam, felt no remorse for what she did and was eventually kicked out of the house. Pam had quit her job and lived life as what's called a NEET, and after bunking with various friends, she eventually met some guy and started living with him. Turns out the guy was actually married, just living away from home temporarily due to his job or something. After that, all I heard was she got deeply into debt and started working the nightlife, if you know what I mean. As for Carl and Michelle, yep, happily married, and as was their longtime dream, working and living overseas. Last I heard, they were having a great time over there.
Jenna, when are you gonna move out? Not this again. I'm busy. Leave me alone. Ugh, I'm your sister-in-law. Don't talk to me like that. What? We're the same age. We used to go to school together. And if you had something to tell me, why didn't you tell me at lunch? I tried, but you didn't come out of your room. Ugh, you could have just knocked. Why should I come to you? We even had lunch together. Why didn't you just tell me then? I wanted to talk to you alone. Why? 'Cause everyone else is useless. I told them to kick you out of the house countless times, but they never listen. You're just a no-good shut-in. Your family spoils you too much, you know that? You're 28 now. You're single and unemployed. You just stay at home doing nothing all day long. How many times do I have to tell you? I've got a fiancé, and I work from home. Yeah, right. You're such a bad liar. It's pathetic. You should leave ASAP. I mean, what would the neighbors think? What do you mean? They all know I work from home. That's not my point. This place is huge. We should be living here, not you. Why are you still living here anyways? Leave already. I've got my reasons, okay? Didn't my brother tell you? No. And I don't care. You're just a spoiled brat. Just move out already. You haven't changed a bit, Sally. What does that mean? Like, who do you think you are? I know you were popular back in high school, but we're not kids anymore. Stop bossing people around. What did you say? You heard me. You're such a loser. Always have been, always will be. Grow up. Listen, you're a loser. I'm a winner. You got that? And I'm your brother's wife now, so I'm better than you. You got that? And I still can't believe you're related to him. He was like the most popular boy in high school. Okay. That's all you've got? You're pathetic. Sally, what? You can harass me all you want, but you should listen more. Huh? Just trust me. If you keep going like this, you'll regret it. What does that mean? You trying to scare me or something? Ha! Nice try. Whatever. I gotta go. Have fun being miserable. Sally, you got a minute? Where's my stuff? Why is your stuff in my room? Oh, you're home. You were out, so we decided to move in. Answer my question. Right. Your stuff is in my old apartment. Huh? What do you mean, old apartment? We don't live there anymore, so... Huh? Look, we're switching, okay? What? We're switching houses. What? You're gonna live in our old apartment from now on. I'll get my husband to fill out all the paperwork when he gets back. I don't understand. What is there not to understand? It's pretty simple. I know you're not that smart, but it's not that hard, okay? Do you realize what you've done? I took initiative. Your parents were out, and you were gone too, and my husband was away on business, so it was time for me to make my move. This was the only way to get you out of that house. So that's why you sent all your stuff over to the house? Yep, now that place is ours. Bye! Oh, the key to the apartment is in the mailbox. Wait, how did you get in? I used my husband's spare key. Duh. Are you serious? Look, it's done, okay? I did all the heavy lifting for you. If anything, you should be thanking me. But you're gonna have to reimburse me for the movers. Wait, that house. You know who the owner is. Your parents, duh. And it's gonna be my husband someday. He's the eldest son, so... So just to be clear, you acted on your own, right? My parents and my brother, they don't know about this, do they? Nope, they're just too nice to you. So I decided to step in and kick you out. They're gonna be thanking you when they get back. I see. I guess they didn't tell you. Oh, and hey, this one room upstairs, it's locked. Give me the keys. No, that's my fiancé's room. Ha! Right, your imaginary fiancé. Sally, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. Ugh, just shut up, okay? Get out and leave. I'm moving in, end of story. I never want to see your face again. Get out! Oh, I'm leaving. No worries. Make it quick, loser. I'm gonna change the key as soon as you leave. Yeah. Finally. I've been waiting so long for this. Okay then. Good luck. Just leave. Now. Jenna? What? Where are you? I went back to the apartment. Your stuff was gone. Where did it go? It's at a friend's house. You moved it? Yeah. Didn't want to leave my stuff in someone else's apartment. Where are you? Why does that matter? Just tell me. Why? Look, you can come home. Huh? Just come home, okay? We're gonna move back into our old apartment, so what happened? Please come back. My husband's gonna leave me, and your parents are furious with me. Let me guess. They told you about the house. I had no idea it was your fiancé's. What did they tell you? That the house belonged to your fiancé's parents, but they passed away 10 years ago. And your fiancé lives abroad right now, so he's letting your family stay there for the time being. That's right. And he's coming home in a few years. So, we decided to build a house that's big enough for both families. My fiancé and I paid for the house together. What? How do you have that kind of money? I have a job, so I saved up. I work from home, but I make good money. And the other day, I wasn't out partying with my friends or anything. I was on a business trip. But then when I got back, you sent all your stuff to my house and, well, you know the rest. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know? Why didn't you tell me? My brother said he told you about all of this when you two got married. I forgot, okay? You should have just told me. Why didn't you say anything? I just got really tired of talking to you. Huh? You never listen. Even if I explain things to you, you'll just forget about it, so... And I kinda wanted my brother to find out about what you did. I mean, who does this? You're insane. What? Why would you... He says he wants a divorce now. I think that's a great idea. What? To be honest, I never wanted my brother to marry you. I knew you were a terrible person, so... But it's not like we were gonna live together, so I kept my mouth shut. But then you tried to take over my house. I'm done with you. I had no idea. Nobody told me. Yes, they did. You just didn't listen. Please, just tell them you forgive me. Then all of this goes away. No. Goodbye. We had a big family meeting after that. Sally tried to make all kinds of excuses to protect herself, but it was no use. And my family was done with her. She had no choice but to go back and live with her parents. Needless to say, my brother divorced her. Oh, and she had to pay for all the movers she hired out of her own pocket. She tried to spread false rumors about me and my family to get back at us, but everyone already knew the truth. She ended up losing all her friends after that. I heard she became a shut-in after that. Oh well, not my problem.
Hey, Tom, where's all my stuff? There's nothing left in my room. The documents that were on my desk, and the memory disk that was next to the PC.
Calm down. What do you want? The message alerts are getting on my nerves. I'm outside right now. Could we do this later?
No, right now. I want an answer. The documents and data drive. Where'd you put them?
Huh? The junk on your desk? I dumped them all in the trash this morning.
You dumped them? Are you nuts? That's important data for work. How could you just throw them out without checking with me first?
How was I supposed to know it was for work? I went out of my way to clean up your messy room, and that's the thanks I get? I think you should be thanking me first. What an ungrateful woman.
You never once cleaned the room before. Why start now? And cleaning only my stuff. What's going on?
But your room, it was such a dump. I had to do something. I leave it as it is, and the roaches pop up. I had to take drastic measures, that's all. Besides, why bring such important work stuff home? Stuff's confidential, isn't it? You really should leave that stuff at work. Don't you guys have compliance training? It's your fault for being so careless.
I keep telling you, I'm forced to work from home since last month. The office is currently being remodeled. We're all working from home for the time being. I told you. I had no choice but to bring all my work home.
Yeah, well, I sort of remember you saying that. But working at home means you were home all day, right? You're there all day. Why does it look like such a pigsty? You're at home all day. What were you doing?
Working, of course. You say pigsty, but some of my documents were just laid across my desk. I didn't mean to mess up your room or the living room area. So, why my room?
But I just couldn't ignore the mess. You know me, I'm a clean freak. When I see anything dirty or out of place at home, I just can't stand it. That's why I did you a favor and spruced the room up for you. I'm not the bad guy here.
Are you being serious? What are you going to do about this? This is serious. You even tossed out all the copies and the backup data. If this is not fixed, it's going to be a major scandal. Worst case scenario, I get fired.
Oh yeah? Maybe this is a blessing. You should take this as an opportunity to resign.
What? You're not really suggesting that, are you?
You know what? From the very get-go, I was not too keen on you continuing to work. When we got married, I figured you'd quit, but you hung on as if your life depended on it. Even at home, you'd bring work home with you. I'm working! I'm so busy! Honestly, I was getting sick of it. This is great. Good time for you to quit once and for all.
What are you saying? You never said that to me before. Tom, why now? You were always uninterested in my job. Why are you urging me to quit now?
Obvious, isn't it? Normally when a woman gets married, they quit their job and become a housewife. I mean, my mom was like that. But you seemed so adamant about continuing to work. I didn't like it, but I held my tongue. But now that you may get fired, it's perfect. Just quit.
You say that so easily. It's not that simple. I went to college so I could work, so I could do what I'm doing now. Besides, the reason I may get fired, you're to blame for that. Perfect timing? A blessing? Who are you to say that?
Your BS is really getting on my nerves. I mean, a couple of missing documents? Please. Becoming a housewife is a woman's dream, isn't it?
It's my life. I wish you wouldn't be so insensitive. Anyway, I'm going to be busy trying to fix this mess you created, so I'm not going to be able to do any household stuff. So, I'll leave all that up to you for a while.
Huh? So you're going to weasel out of your house chores too? Is that it? Okay, if you want to continue work so much, let's get divorced.
What? Where'd that come from?
All work, no play, not very appealing. Shirking your household chores? A problem. I don't see any reason to stay married. I would much rather have a cute, obedient girl than a blabbermouth like you.
Unbelievable! You're not kidding. If that's a joke, I'm not laughing.
I'll bring home the divorce paper tonight. Funny. I toss out your documents, and now I toss you out. Haha.
Wait a second.
Lighten up for a moment and think seriously about this. But, knowing you, you'll end up coming back to me. Alright then, I gotta get back to work. See you at home! Hey Kim, have you chilled out? Must be lonely all by yourself for the last 3 years. Huh?
Who, may I ask, is this? Excuse me, but I think you have the wrong line address.
What are you rattling on about? It's me, Tom. Remember Tom?
Oh, yeah, that Tom? What do you want? It's been 3 years.
Yeah, figured you chilled a bit and got your head back on straight. I contacted you because I'm willing to get back together with you. Of course, if you're truly sorry. I realize you had a hard time after we split up.
Yeah, you left those divorce papers and just up and left. It was a real hassle working at the asset distribution and family matters, but other than that, everything has been great.
Come on! I know you've been waiting for me to contact you all these years. And you had me blocked online, but it's been reinstated. What's that about?
I recently changed my smartphone. Guess it all got reset automatically. Thanks for telling me. I'll block you right away.
Do you really want to talk to me that way? You keep it up, and you won't be able to get back together with me.
I got married last week.
Last week? Remarried?
Yep, remarried. Sorry, Tom. Thanks for the offer, but no need to get back together with you.
You've got to be kidding.
Now, why would I spin something like that? Those documents you so recklessly dumped. Well, I had to get help of other staff members to try and recreate them. It was hard work. Well, my boss at the time helped me out and we grew pretty close, and last week, we tied the knot.
You got married a mere 3 years after divorcing me? That's way too soon. Oh, I get it. You were having an affair with this boss of yours even before we got divorced. That's right, isn't it? I can't believe you. You two-timing cheat.
You are delusional. None of that is true. We really only became close after you dumped me. I knew him, of course, but never really talked to him. After we managed to recreate those documents, we started going out on occasion. We dated for 3 years, eventually talked about getting married, and from then, it was smooth sailing all the way up to that I do moment. So why am I even talking to you exactly?
This is important. Why didn't you contact me earlier? I can't believe you remarried without telling me!
We have no connection, just my ex. I have no obligation to contact you. You're not a friend or relative.
Why did you remarry? I've been waiting all these years for you to see the light and come to your senses. You're so selfish!
Huh? You did all that on your own? I didn't ask you to wait. Besides, you're a complete stranger. You have no right to say a damn thing about me or who or when I marry.
That's why I hate working women. So cocky. You do realize that you will regret this someday. I'm not going to help you when you come crawling back to me later, crying to be taken back. Just remember that. You can be certain I will meet a way cuter woman than you. We'll get married and live happily ever after. So there.
I'm sure I heard that movie plot before. Well, do as you like. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Good luck with the month after next.
Huh? Month after next?
I heard your company is going to be taken over by some other company. You know, corporate takeover. My husband is going to be running that company as CEO.
Huh? What are you saying?
Okay, don't really have to explain it to you, but here it goes. My current husband started his own business about 2 years ago. He was quite successful, eventually buying out your company. He plans to retain most of the employees, but there are apparently going to be some changes, or bluntly speaking, terminations. You know, people with bad behavior or mediocre sales records.
Huh? What is this? I haven't heard anything about all this!
Oh, really? I thought the notice went out to all employees. Of course, yeah. I think the people on the termination list will get their notices at the last minute. But I'm sure they'll give you a 1-month notice.
Are you saying I may be getting a pink slip at the end of the month? On top of that, your current husband is the CEO? Why me?
Why? Seems obvious to me. A guy who would not think twice about throwing away important paperwork and digital data of a company he has no connection with. To be honest, I wouldn't want an employee like that on my payroll. Seems crystal clear why you'd get the boot.
How could you say such a thing? No way! You snitched on me when I threw away all your stuff! That's why I'm getting the boot!
Snitched? You make me sound like some kind of criminal. I just told you that it was my current husband that helped me recreate those documents you dumped. That's why he knows about it.
Please, could you wait? Please? I've contributed so much to this company. I've sacrificed a lot. It would be a big blow for the company if I'm let go. I really don't want to lose this position. I've worked so hard to get it. Please, plead with your husband. I can't lose this job. I would never be able to find a job during such dire economic times. I want to keep my job. Please, make him understand.
Sorry, can't help you. I'm still at my own company. My husband quit to start his own company. I have no say in how he runs this company.
But there must be...
I have to say, this is all too ironic. The guy who demanded that I quit my job and then threatened to divorce is going to be told to resign. What goes around comes around. So true.
This is not how it was supposed to turn out. Please, Kim, I'm sorry for everything. I apologize for telling you to quit your job, for throwing all your important papers away. Please forgive me. I just wanted you all to myself. I just acted out of frustration because I love you. You're the only one I love in this whole world.
That's nice and all, but no need to apologize now. A little too late for that. Besides, we're complete strangers. Love? Please, don't make me shudder.
Please, Kim.
Okay, so that just about does it. I'm going out to dinner with my husband, so I really don't have time to be shooting the breeze with you, Tom. Like I said, I'll reinstate that block. Thanks for reminding me.
Wait, please!
Good luck in the future. Have a good life. Goodbye. After I blocked him, he was persistent in trying to contact not only me, but my husband as well. But I knew he would probably not give up, so I blocked any direct contact. Eventually, he just gave up. Not being able to contact us directly, he waited outside my husband's company and ambushed him, pleading for his job back. Unfortunately, he accosted a complete stranger, mistaking him for my husband, and subsequently got arrested. But nobody got hurt, and all he got was severe reprimand from the police. But because of this fiasco, the company obviously heard, and he was let go. Truth be told, my husband had not decided whom he would terminate. And about Tom, if he was a competent worker, he saw no reason to fire him. Taking someone's property without permission and just going off without thinking things through, that's what led to his self-destruction. Well, it was probably a combination of bad luck and bad character.
Hey, Carol! How long are you going to be so stubborn? You haven't been home for a week. Where the hell are you?
Huh? What are you saying?
Like I keep saying, how long are you going to be so unreasonable and stay away from home? You leave your husband all alone for a week, no doing the household work or cooking. What's up? When I get home from work, there's no dinner prepared. The bed's not even made up. The laundry's not done. You haven't taken out the trash. The dishes are piling up in the sink. I'm going crazy here. Because of you, all I eat is instant noodles and fast food crap. After showering, there are no clean towels because you're not doing the wash. I mean, the whole house is full of dust and there's trash all over the place. And my shirt's all wrinkled. Because of your laziness, I'm going through hell. You know that? I can't believe you would treat your husband this way. Don't you feel any remorse?
Are you being serious? Is this a joke? Not coming home, not doing the laundry? Ryan, you're the one who kicked me out, remember? As I recall, you're the one who cheated on me with that girl half your age. You said you were gonna dump me and live with her. Don't tell me you forgot all that.
That doesn't absolve you from doing the housework. Cleaning, laundry, and cooking, that's all your job. You're completely weaseling out of your responsibilities.
Wait a sec. You did say never to come back home again. I never want to see your face again, is what you said. I remember it as clear as day. I can't even get into the house. How the hell am I supposed to do the house chores?
That's your problem. You should figure it out. You're the housewife, not me. Don't blame it on not being able to get in the house.
You did take my house key, or should I have broken in? How could I do the housework if I can't get in? You're really talking nonsense. Are you okay? Maybe you should see a doctor.
Just because you want to weasel out of your duties as a housewife, don't try and pull a fast one on me! Anyways, get over here right away and start doing some work for a change. First off, start cleaning up this pigsty. Oh yeah, and second, do the laundry. I don't have any clean clothes left. Get everything done by the time I get home. Got that?
Not a chance. Why would I even do that?
You're my wife, for God's sake! A wife's responsibility is to her husband. She must do everything he asks. Don't you even know that? I really can't believe you would neglect your duties to your husband. Besides, where the hell are you? Don't tell me you're at some guy's house. If you're two-timing me, I'll never forgive you.
Who are you talking about here? Don't put me in the same category as you. FYI, I'm with my folks. I explained the whole situation to them and they told me to come home. I'm not planning to stay for long, but for now.
How old are you? Still relying on your folks? Sheesh. I always thought your parents spoiled you. That's why you turned out to be such an irresponsible housewife who can't even do simple house chores.
Huh? You really should see a shrink. What? I can't believe this is how you turned out. I thought your folks were such good people. Why did you turn out to be such a jerk? Maybe I was wrong about them.
Don't you go criticizing my folks! Ignoring your own faults and blaming my folks! Unbelievable!
I should have recorded what you just said and played it back for you. Besides, I wasn't bad-mouthing your folks. It was you I was trashing. You keep saying to do the housework, but you say the place is a pigsty. You have no clean clothes, no food. Do it yourself, why don't you? You've been living for 30 years. Don't tell me you can't cook or clean at all. Before we got married, you lived alone. How the hell did you survive? I mean, what were you eating all those years before we married?
You always change the subject like that. All that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You keep this up and I've got plans myself.
Oh, yeah? What plans? I bet you. It's a plan dreamed up by a two-timing jerk with a warped mind. I would love to hear that plan.
Shut the hell up! You never cease to shut your trap! Don't think you can go on being so defensive and condescending toward me! Listen up, and listen closely! I'm going to send you the divorce papers! Take a good look at it when it arrives, and think long and hard about your disobedience! And do a little soul-searching! It will do you good. Oh, okay, I get it. No sweat! Be on the lookout for it! I'll take a long, hard look at it, and do a bit of navel-gazing. Carol! Answer me! What's taking so long? Do the house chores! It's been a month! How long do you intend to leave the cleaning and cooking to me?
Huh? We've been divorced for a while now.
Huh? What? What are you babbling on about? Forget all that! Just get home and start cleaning and cooking for God's sake!
Okay, my turn. What are you blabbing on about? As I said, we're already divorced. Those papers you sent, I signed and sent them in. They've been approved. We're no longer related. Strangers. Got it?
So what? What's that got to do with anything? Divorce and house chores are two different things. Stop giving me the runaround. Get back here and start cleaning. The whole house stinks to high heaven. I can't stand it.
Huh? Are you nuts? I really do think you need a shrink. Once again, we're divorced. We're not husband and wife. We're total strangers. Get that through your thick skull.
And once again, that and house cleaning, cooking, and all that, it's a separate matter. Even if we were officially divorced, being husband and wife will never change. For the last month, you just shirked your household duties and had fun. This is criminal.
I really don't understand what you're saying. Okay, let me get this straight. We're divorced, but I'm still your wife. How does that work exactly? This is how I see it. Divorce means no longer a wife and no longer a husband. Pretty simple, in my honest opinion. Divorce also means I have no obligation to clean or cook for you. Can you not even understand that?
But you still want to remain my wife, right?
Huh?
When I told you to leave, you left without complaining. Even now, I lied to you and you answered me right away. In the back of your mind, you still feel you're my wife, right? It's because you still love me, right? I know you can be quite stubborn, but since I'm such a nice guy, I'll forgive you. So, get back here immediately and start cleaning. Oh yeah, for tonight's dinner, I'm in the mood for some beef stew.
I really have no idea what you're talking about. Are you okay? Maybe you need more than a shrink. Maybe you should be institutionalized. I can call them for you if you want.
Admit it! You still love me! You apologize and all will be forgiven. So, what I'm saying is, get back here!
I signed those divorce papers because I don't want to go back. Do you even know the meaning of divorce? It means two people stop being husband and wife and become complete strangers. Therefore, it means I have no moral imperative to clean or cook for you. Is that clear enough for you?
Huh? Why? You're my wife! A wife has an obligation to her husband! Cleaning and cooking are part of that! You married me because you love me, right? When you become a bride, my wife, it's obvious that you clean and cook for him! You do love me, don't you?
Okay, let's lay it out loud and clear. So it gets through that bird brain of yours. I do not love Brian any longer. I hate that guy. I have decided to quit being his wife. I will no longer clean and cook for him, and I will not be returning ever. I will do 0 for this guy even if he asked. I will also no longer meet or talk to Brian ever again. Was that clear enough for you? Do you want me to use all caps?
How? Why? How could you say that? How could you say you want to quit? You're crazy!
You're the guy who has the room reserved at the mental institute. A disgraceful guy like you. A guy who has an affair with a girl half his age. Who wouldn't despise a guy like that? I have no time or energy to waste with a lowlife like you.
Then, if you're gone, who's gonna do all the cooking and cleaning? At this rate, the house is gonna get worse!
That has nothing to do with me. We're divorced, complete strangers. Do it yourself for a change. Oh yeah, get your young girlfriend to do it.
I split up with her 2 weeks ago. She said she no longer wanted to live in such a pigsty. It's all your fault!
Huh? Which part of what you just said is my fault? Was it the part where the ex-wife didn't do the house cleaning so your girlfriend would be happy? That part? And do you think your girlfriend would want to live in a house where the ex-wife cooks and cleans? If she did, she needs to be institutionalized too.
Please shut up! Why the hell did you submit those divorce papers? Nobody in their right mind would submit those papers!
Let me think. Not. You have a fling with a young girl and then send me divorce papers. Seems obvious. A lot easier than me dragging it out forever.
What? Why don't things go my way? Give me a break after this!
Why did you even think that things would go your way? That's what I can't understand. Really bizarre if you ask me. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Waiting for the divorce settlements to come through. Monthly, could definitely use it. If you don't play, it comes out of your monthly salary. The courts decided. If that happens, well, the company will find out all about your infidelity. Would not look very good.
Why? I said I split up with that girl! Why do we have to pay this divorce settlement?
Well, you were having an affair while we were together. So, you know, just because you broke off with her recently, that just won't fly. So, waiting for that first payment. See ya.
Hey, wait a second! We can't just break up like this! We should talk it out more! After all, we're husband and wife!
No, we're not. Get it through your head, Brian. Holy crap. Okay then, goodbye.
Wait, Carol, don't! Carol!
After that conversation, he kept trying to contact me, practically every day. But I mentioned the word stalker, and he toned down his rhetoric a bit. One time, he came barging into my parents' place screaming and yelling, but my dad quickly put him in his place and shooed him away. He eventually left with his tail between his legs. I heard that even to this day, his house is a complete mess, a total pigsty. He is apparently eating fast food every day and gained considerable weight. On top of that, his place is such a mess he's not even bothering to take showers. I hear that neighbors are even complaining about the garbage and smell coming from his place. It's only a matter of time before the cops show up. Well, as long as I get the divorce settlement, I really don't give a damn.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Ross! Did you go into work on your day off again? Man, you gotta be kidding me. Are the wages at your crummy factory job really that bad? So you gotta keep going in when you should be at home chilling? Sucks to be you. I, on the other hand, am a manager at a world-famous major company, respected and admired by all. I'm so grateful I went to college. Best decision of my life. It's a weird feeling to be so far ahead of my big brother in life, but I guess you get out what you put in, huh? If we're honest, you were basically screwed the moment you decided not to go to college. I mean, who does that these days? Yep, it's factory life for you, now and forever.
Hi, Eric. I see you're being as unpleasant as humanly possible, just like always. You don't mince your words, huh? Things are crazy busy right now because we're going through the busiest period of the year. That's the only reason I came in on my day off. Nothing to do with needing the money. I wanted to help. We may be a small-town factory, but things have been going really well ever since we landed the patent on those new medical devices. Our brand's becoming more well-known by the day. My salary's not exactly shabby.
I see!
Anyway, where do you think the money to put you through college came from in the first place? You think it fell from the sky?
I thought it came from the insurance money from when Mom and Dad died in the car accident. How many times are you gonna ask me the same crap?
Until you understand it, which sadly seems like it could take a while. How many times do I have to tell you the payout from the crash wasn't that big? I tried showing you the insurance documents so it'd finally go into that thick skull of yours, but you didn't even seem interested in looking.
This is why you're poor, big bro. 'Cause you waste all your time doing useless stuff. Looking at a bunch of old documents isn't gonna make me rich, and it's not gonna magically turn you into a college grad.
That's not the point.
You're right. This boring crap ain't why I messaged you in the first place.
Huh? Did you actually want to talk about something?
Alright, so listen to this. You ready to be surprised? Me and Sandra, we're getting married!
Wait, what? That's Sandra? You mean the Sandra from our class at school? The one who people used to say was unobtainable? And out of everyone's league?
Yep, that's her. So you know her then?
Even though you're 10 years younger than me. That's weird. One of my classmates in middle school is related to her. I don't know her myself, though.
I see. Well, if you know her, this should go a lot quicker than I expected. Did you know that her family are the biggest landowners in town? And how it's basically said that they run the place?
I had heard rumors. You know how things get around. I heard that her dad's the head of the family right now. But his health isn't what it used to be, so either Sandra or whoever Sandra marries is set to inherit the position and take over as Don. Is that right?
Bingo! I managed to bag myself the daughter of the most powerful family in town. That's why I'm cutting you out of my life.
Excuse me? I'm confused. How are we getting from A to B here? What?
Think about it. Can you imagine how embarrassing it's gonna be for me to explain to my rich new family that my big brother doesn't even have a college degree?
Embarrassing?
Living in poverty and destitution with you was also a big factor in my decision. I've been desperate to get away from all this, and away from you, for a long time now. That's why, as soon as I landed my job, I moved out and got my own place, alone. I just had to get some distance between us before I cracked up.
Living in poverty and destitution? Come on, Eric, that's not fair. Look, I know the period just after Mom and Dad died was rough, but things got better after that. I did my best to give you everything you needed.
Nope! You're missing the point. I'm talking about way before that. Your life was an epic dud at the point you decided not to go to college. That's where me and you, we parted ways, even if we were still together physically. You know, the people you associate with in life are important. Right, bro? We influence each other, and I can't risk being influenced by a loser like you a second longer. My marriage to Sandra will be the beginning of my glamorous new life of celebrity and luxury. I'll be loved, admired, and adored by all. Signing autographs will be a daily occurrence. I can't wait. You're nothing but an eyesore getting in the way of my bright, promising future. Your very existence is jeopardizing my shot at true happiness.
I see. I did kind of get the feeling you were looking down on me for a while now, but I had no idea you hated me this much. Back when Mom and Dad died when you were 5, I did everything I possibly could to make sure you had everything you wanted. I wanted my little brother to be happy.
I never asked for a foster dad, especially not one without a college degree. This could have all been avoided if you just accepted Uncle Jim and his wife's offer to take me in. But you had to be stubborn and turn them down so you could play the hero, didn't you? This is all your fault!
Huh? Uncle Jim? Are you still in contact with Uncle Jim?
Why wouldn't I be? He's the only relative I have left. You make a big song and dance of being the one who got me through school and into college, but in reality, it was thanks to Dad's insurance money, wasn't it? And who told me all about that money? Uncle Jim.
Huh? Is that why you believed everything he said and wouldn't even hear out what I had to say? I told you to stop speaking to him, Eric. All he's ever done is fill your head with convenient lies so he could manipulate you in his own ends when you grew up. How could you see what he's doing? That's why I refused his offer of taking you in. It was never about caring about you or wanting what was best for you. He's a greedy man whose only goal in life is lining his own pockets.
You can say whatever you want. Pretty convenient how he's not here to defend himself, isn't it? It ain't gonna work with me, so you may as well stop wasting your breath.
I see. There was one more thing I wanted to discuss with you about where we go from here. But if you won't listen to a word I've got to say, it's probably a waste of time.
Thank God you understand. It's not just me who thinks so. Uncle Jim said that I'd be better off if I ignored 99.999% of what you said to me, because apparently you're a pathological liar! Now I'm set to marry into major wealth. I have literally zero need for you. So I figure I can finally cut you out of my life for good, like I've been wanting to do for a heckin' long time.
Fine, I get it. Goodbye.
Disappear from my life forever, you poverty-stricken loser!
Hey, Ross, you got a minute?
Good evening, Ginny. How's it going? Is this about what we talked about before?
No, it's about something else this time. Have you heard about your little brother's engagement?
Huh? Oh, that. Sadly, yes, he was bragging about it a few days ago. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. You and Sandra are related, aren't you? I remember hearing that.
Yep, you heard right. We're second cousins. Look, Ross, there's something I think you should know about this engagement.
What is it?
I'm just gonna come straight out with it, no matter how weird it might sound. Your little brother Eric's involved in a plot with your Uncle Jim and his wife.
Huh?
I happened to see Eric drinking with his friends at a local bar. I think he's a regular there. I've seen him a few times before, too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it seemed like he was celebrating something, and he got blind drunk. I don't make a habit of eavesdropping on people, but he was so loud I couldn't help it. He said some things. I want to tell you everything, but I'd rather do it in person. Can we schedule a meet sometime? You're free tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, it's my day off tomorrow. I'll leave the time and place to you.
All right, thanks, Ross. I'll message you tonight with the details as soon as I've decided on somewhere.
Got it.
Thanks for taking the time to meet today, Ross.
Not at all. I should be the one thanking you. I'm so sorry for all the trouble my brother and uncle have caused you.
You haven't done anything wrong, Ross. You don't need to apologize to me. But as for the matter at hand, it seems like the Three Stooges are preparing to put their little plan into action soon.
Right. I'm gonna stick to my guns and keep my distance from them just like I declared back then. There's nothing to gain from associating with people like that.
Good idea. And I couldn't agree more. They're toxic through and through. I think it's for the best. That means we're gonna be speeding up that thing we discussed earlier, okay?
Okay, got it. I'll make my preparations for moving ASAP.
Ross! You know something something about this, don't you? Answer me!
What do you want, Eric? I'm pretty sure I remember you cutting me out of your life. Why are you messaging me?
I don't give a crap about that! Don't dodge the question, you chump! My fiancé dumped me because of you!
Huh? You mean marriage with Sandra's off the table now?
That's what I said, isn't it? Ah! I know you know something about this! Come out with it now! What did you do?
Well, you knew it was a tradition in her family for daughters to get their whole inheritance when they marry, right? I wonder if her dumping you had something to do with finding out she had your sights on her money.
What?
Or could it be something to do with how you, Uncle Jim and his wife were all conspiring behind their backs to use her money to prop up Uncle Jim's failing company? He's been in the red for years now. Everyone knows he's been desperate for someone to bail him out for ages. You realized from an early stage that if you could just worm your way into Sandra's family line of succession like the honorless slug you are, you'd have a shot at that money, right?
Wait, how did you?
They all seem pretty likely candidates as to why you're all alone. What do you think?
What do I think? I think you're gonna pay for this, you big idiot! Ah! Anyway, Sandra was gonna be my wife! What the hell does what I was gonna do with her money have to do with anyone else? Nothing! It would have been my property the moment we tied the knot!
And there we have it, your true intentions.
Huh?
Or your true nature, I should say. I can't help but feel some responsibility for what a reprehensible scumbag you turned into, given I played a pretty major role in bringing you up since you were 5. Where did I go wrong?
Get off your high horse! I don't remember you being my dad! You're just some poverty-stricken loser who never gave me any money!
You have no idea, huh? You still think your college expenses came from some magical never-ending insurance fund, don't you? Well, I've got news for you, boyo.
What? It's the truth, isn't it? That's how I went to college!
You'd have known this if you had any interest in your family. But even while Mom and Dad were still alive, our family never had much money.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but Mom and Dad were employees at Uncle Jim's company. They'd been there close to a decade at the time of the accident. But Uncle Jim, being the stand-up guy he is, used Dad's quiet, conflict-averse personality as an excuse to drop his salary as low as he possibly could. No one could never dare question it. The name on Dad's insurance policy wasn't mine or yours, but Uncle Jim's. What little savings Mom and Dad did have were blown on a huge, unnecessarily extravagant funeral by Uncle Jim. So he could point and say, "Look what I did," while bragging to everyone about what a great send-off had given them. That flashy funeral wasn't just paid for by Mom and Dad's savings either. He also borrowed from some of his friends and refused to pay them back afterwards, leaving them penniless. What the hell? Uncle Jim did all that stuff? If I was older and knew more about the world back then, I would have done whatever I could to stop him. But I was a middle school kid who just lost his parents in a horrific accident. I could barely even process what was going on, so I was in no position to do anything about him. He took everything. Insurance money, Mom and Dad's savings, and even stole from his friends.
Uncle Jim did that?
That's not even the last of it. After that, I caught wind of his plan to take custody of me and you so he could exploit us as free labor at his company one day when we were old enough to start working. Knowing what he was like, I was sure that was his aim, and I was willing to stop at nothing to prevent him getting his way. He'd taken everything by this point. There was no way I was going to let him turn us into slaves. But then you grew up, went out into the world, developed ideas and desires of your own, and, well, you did what you did. I was never going to be able to control you forever, and that's where we are now.
How could this be? No. This can't be happening.
This isn't the first time you've done something like this. The signs have always been there.
Uh,
I should have known back then when you looked down on me and wouldn't listen to a word I said, even back then. And you know what? There was a part of me that had my suspicions, but I didn't accept my own little brother thought so little of me. I mean, who would? Wish I'd noticed sooner. But I deluded myself with a comforting lie.
Ross.
But you're an adult now. It's time for you to decide on your own what kind of life you want to live. For you to make your own mistakes and to suffer the consequences of them too.
What? On my own?
I won't be there to get you out of trouble anymore, Eric.
Ross! No! Please! Ross! I got fired! Or rather, they're letting me jump on my own before they push me! I just found out that my company and Sandra's dad's company are just about to enter business negotiations to become long-term trading partners. My boss said it would be bad for the company to have someone like me around at such an important time. He basically said if I didn't resign, they'd fire me. I had no choice. I thought you'd come and help me, so I gave all the higher-ups a good verbal dressing down. I really gave him one form, then slammed my resignation papers down on the desk. But, Ross, where did you go? When I asked Mavis, the next-door neighbor, she said she saw you packing your things into a moving van over a week ago. She said you also resigned from the factory in town a few months ago. Like, what the hell? Is it true? You never told me that. Ross, please, I'm begging you. Where did you go? Please respond. Help me. My situation is desperate. I'll do anything. Ross!
After everything that had happened, I decided it would be best for me and my little brother Eric to live apart and lead separate lives. By the way, while all of this had been going on, Ginny invited me to work at the company she and her friends from college had launched together. And with that, I switched jobs and became the head of their Seattle branch, where I played a major supporting role for Ginny. I'm super grateful for her. And honestly, she couldn't have invited me at a better time. I get reports on my brother from my old friends who still live in town from time to time. Apparently, things aren't going so well for him anymore. Last I heard, he was left with no choice but to move in with his Uncle Jim, whose true nature he was now fully aware of, and his wife in their cramped one-bedroom apartment. But Uncle Jim, being Uncle Jim, he was up to his ears in debt after his company finally went bankrupt of years of teetering on the edge. As anyone could have predicted, my little brother Eric was forced to clean up the mess by taking on the debt repayments. How does he come up with the money, you ask? By working 4 jobs, wow! Not only that, but he also owes Sandra a hefty sum in compensation for the attempted inheritance fraud they tried to pull. So he's engaged in the struggle of his life with no light at the end of the tunnel. Do I feel sorry for him? Not one bit. Actions have consequences, and it's time for him to face them like a man. This is the life he chose. As for me, my efforts to forge out a new life for myself are well underway, and I plan to apply forethought and moderation in all things. I'll never be an Eric, and you shouldn't either.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Chloe! So, I was just wondering, are you still not home?
Huh? Good evening, Lila. As you know, me and your brother are on our honeymoon right now. We'll be back in 3 days.
3 days, huh? Got it.
Why? What's that about?
Oh, no real reason in particular. I was just curious, that's all. That's all I wanted you for. Bye!
What the hell was that all about?
Hey, Chloe! I just wanted to check something with you. There are no changes to you guys' plan to come back from your honeymoon the day after tomorrow, right?
Huh? Right. No changes to the plan.
You won't be coming home early or anything like that, right? One of you won't be coming home first, right? There's absolutely nothing out of the ordinary, is that correct?
Nope. As long as we don't have any unforeseen circumstances to deal with, everything will be going ahead as planned.
I see, okay.
Lila, why are you asking me these things? I was confused when you asked me yesterday too, but now it's getting even weirder.
Well, I suppose it's not like you can make it home straight away anyways, so I might as well just come out with it.
Come out with what?
So, here's the thing. Me and my husband are living in yours and my brother's new house.
Excuse me?
In actual fact, we moved in and had all of our things carried here in a moving van 5 days before you left for your honeymoon.
What in God's name are you talking about? Stop joking around, Lila. There are all sorts of reasons that's not possible, not least of them security. Even if I humor you for the sake of argument, having your luggage carried in wouldn't have been possible either.
Wrong! They carried it all in without a hitch, even the furniture. The moving company were great. They clearly knew what they were doing. Your new house now belongs to me and my husband. There's no doubt about it.
What the hell? If you're being serious, the security team have let us down big time. I'll be having words.
The house is probably in my brother's name right now, But when you guys get back from your honeymoon, we'd like to go through the necessary procedures to have it switched over to my husband's. Will you pass the message on to my brother?
What are you talking about? Stop messing me around, Lila. Seriously, this can't be true. There are just too many reasons why what you're saying is impossible. There's no way you're living in our house right now. I just don't believe it.
We most definitely are. We already had all our stuff carried in. Plus, we've already been living here 5 days. We live here, so that means it's ours now. Sorry, Chloe. You snooze, you lose.
Lila, I heard you pulled a similar trick ages ago before I met my husband. Back when you both lived together with your parents?
Huh?
Your dad had to leave home for a while due to work, and the moment he left, you moved into his old room and declared it your lawful possession for eternity. Apparently, you could barely contain your excitement at the thought of him coming back to try and get rid of you. Nothing came of it in the end, because you gave up when he came back and you saw how furious he was, saying it was just a practical joke.
Oh, that? That was so fun! My brother has such a good memory.
My husband's telling me I should ignore this because you're probably just being mischievous like you were when you were a kid. But I've gotta admit, you got under my skin with this one. Listen, Lila, I don't know you as well as your brother, and I don't see the funny side of this. I know you might not be my biggest fan, but even for a practical joke, this is going too far. We're in the middle of our honeymoon, for crying out loud, which means I'm sorry, but if you'll excuse me, we're going to enjoy the rest of our time together. I won't be replying to any more of your messages while we're away.
Wow.
I'm sorry to have to be a killjoy and rain on your parade, but what you're doing is unacceptable, and I don't see the funny side.
Are you sure that's what you want? If you ignore me, your house is barely going to be recognizable when you get back. Be careful! Me and my husband will have no choice but to enjoy our hobbies to the fullest. Hey, are you ignoring me already? Fine, have it your way. If that's how you're playing this, you leave me with no choice. Such a shame. It's time to make a house a home. Me and my hubby are gonna customize it until it suits our style and tastes perfectly. I hope you're ready for what's coming. Oh! First up, in a move so bold it would shock an African queen, we painted a huge heart on the outside wall. The wall is white, so the bright red heart really stands out. It's so bold you could see it from a mile off. I think it really makes a statement about who I am. I drew more hearts and stars all over the walls inside the house. I just drew them totally at random as the mood took me. There's actually something so artistic about how all of this is turning out. I should be nominated for a culture award. Who would have thought I was such a talented artist? I found my true calling after all this time. Don't worry though, it's not just pictures. I painted my whole room with a pink and black color scheme, and you wouldn't believe how well they complement each other. My husband decided he wanted a life of luxury, so he's dedicating 2 rooms to his beloved plastic model painting hobby. He's getting them set up as we speak. Thanks for buying us such a good house, Chloe. Thanks for giving it to us as well. We're super grateful. I'm having so much fun. I feel like a little girl again.
Lila, we just got home.
Hey, make sure you don't go entering without permission. This is our house now, you know. I know it might feel strange to you, but you have to respect our boundaries.
But we're already sat in the living room enjoying a cup of coffee.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Me and my husband are in the living room drinking beer and watching TV. What a weird thing to make up. Where are you really?
Were you serious about moving into our house? Because I'm starting to think it was all just one big made-up prank. I did think there was some Audie-specific stuff in the messages you were sending me, so I asked your mother just in case. And lo and behold, she confirmed you and your husband had been living in a house in the neighborhood until recently. But you moved out, and she didn't know where to, so I thought it might be true.
That's right. Duh, because it is true. Oh dear, you didn't think I was just making it up, did you? As if you'd think I'd really do something like that. This beautiful detached house with a yard belongs to us now. This is what you get for letting your guard down on your honeymoon. It's hardly fair that you and my brother are the only ones who get nice things.
I don't mean it like that. It does seem to be true that you moved into someone's house uninvited, just not ours. If we're being specific, our new house isn't actually a house at all. It's an apartment in a high-risk tower block.
Huh?
Not just that, but they have tighter security than Guantanamo Bay. There's a passcode system and security guards to ensure that only actual residents can enter. There's also a receptionist at the front desk. Me and my husband told the receptionist we'd be leaving for a little while before we went away on our honeymoon, so they'd never let anyone else into our apartment. You wouldn't have gotten in just the two of you, let alone had all of your things carried inside by a removal company. If the security guards didn't pick up on it, the cameras would have. We phoned reception to put our minds at rest after your weird messages, and just as we thought, there's nothing out of the ordinary going on with our apartment. Whose house did you guys break into?
Wait a sec. So, let me get this straight. Your new house isn't really a house at all, but an apartment in a high-rise tower block?
Yes, exactly like I just said. How the hell did you get into whoever's house you're in right now? Did you have a key?
I found a key I didn't recognize in Mom's key case when I was over at her place. She was cooking for us in the kitchen, so I thought I may as well have a look through her things. It had the same address I overheard Mom mention on the phone a little while ago engraved into it. Given the timing, I didn't see what it could be other than the key to your new place. So I did what anyone would do and slipped it into my pocket while Mom wasn't looking.
No way! Is it the detached house on the house seating estate 10 minutes walk away from the southern ticket gate at the Apple station? By any chance?
Yes, actually it is. You know what?
Whoa! You've really gone and done it this time.
What do you mean? Gone and done what?
That's the house that your Aunt Kimmy is supposed to be moving into soon.
My Aunt Kimmy? No way! But she's abroad for work right now. How can that be? You're lying.
She's coming back soon because her company retransferred her to a branch in the States, and she bought that house as soon as she heard the news. All procedures regarding the sale and handover are complete, and it's already in her name. She's currently living in a temporary apartment in New York while working at the company branch there to finalize the handover of all the projects she was in charge of abroad. That's why she left the key with her sister, your mom. The plan was to put the finishing touches on her work stuff and then move into her new house and start a new life over here in earnest.
Oh my god.
That conversation you just mentioned overhearing on the phone, I'm guessing that was your mom speaking to your Aunt Kimmy about everything I just told you.
Seriously?
There should have been a mountain of cardboard boxes stacked up in the first room after you enter through the front door. Are they still there? That's all of your Aunt Kimmy's stuff.
Well, we might have sold some of it.
You sold your Aunt Kimmy stuff?
We found some expensive-looking brand clothing when we were looking through them, and we just did what we thought made the most sense.
What the hell are you playing at, Lila?
What was I supposed to do? I thought it was all yours. Come on, see my side of things. How was it fair for my brother's new wife to have nicer things than me? Anyone would have done the same thing in my situation.
I'm not sure about that, you know. Anyway, you don't have much time. You need to get on the phone to whichever stores you sold your Aunt Kimmy's things to and see if there's any way you can get them back. Hopefully they haven't been sold already. There's a chance you might have to buy them back at a higher price, but it can be helped. Go, go, go!
What? Buy them back? Oh, it's no good. They sold the last item to someone 10 minutes before I called.
I see. My husband's currently explaining to your Aunt Kimmy what she did over the phone.
Oh my god, what? You told on me? You rat, how could you betray me like this?
Obviously, I told her. You think she doesn't have the right to know about a pair of lunatics breaking into her house and selling her things? I had no choice. Anyway, she wasn't happy. My husband had to keep reminding her he was only the messenger. She says your options are either to pay her one lump sum in compensation or to find exact replacements of every single item you sold and see to it she gets everything back as it was before you interfered.
What?
She says she's going to the house tomorrow to check on the situation. She says you're to stay there until she's seen you both and are absolutely not leaving under any circumstances.
Are you joking? Like hell I'm gonna sit waiting around here for my Aunt Kimmy to come and let me have it. You might not know this, but my Aunt Kimmy is super scary when she gets mad. My whole family walk on eggshells around her because no one wants to get on her bad side.
We had a feeling you might say that, so your mom and dad should be arriving anytime now. They'll be making sure you won't go anywhere. You're now officially under house arrest.
What?
Apparently your husband's parents are on their way too.
Wow, this so cannot be happening. You have to be joking me.
You're making a big mistake if you think you can worm your way out of this one. It's time to face the music, Lila.
You've left me with no choice. Switch to defensive tactics. I'll lock every door in the house and hole myself up in here till they all get bored and give up.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. I forgot to mention, your mom has a spare front door key.
What? No! Why?
Impressive, you're still messaging me?
Why didn't you tell me before it came to this? I never would have done all this if I'd known it was my aunt's house. All you had to do was tell me.
Moving into someone's house without their permission while they're away isn't exactly something normal people do, is it? How exactly was I supposed to know where you were? Seems like you forgot all about the announcement that your Aunt Kimmy's stay in Sweden would be coming to a close. Maybe if you'd have remembered, you could have put 2 and 2 together.
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't think she was coming back that soon. Besides, I didn't know anything about her new house.
I see. Still, ignorance is just no justification for the way you've behaved.
Chloe, please.
My husband just messaged your mom explaining how instead of facing responsibility for what you did, you're hiding from them while complaining to me over text.
Hey, wait! Stop it! I found such a good hiding place! Ugh!
It's time to face the music, Lila. Lila's mom asked me if I could buy them some time by keeping her busy while they figure out where she was hiding. I happily obliged and kept her talking to me until the in-laws arrived at occupied Aunt Kimmy's house, after which point they quickly tracked her down and captured her. The next day, a furious Aunt Kimmy arrived accompanied by her lawyer. After an extremely long and tiring discussion, Aunt Kimmy agreed to settle for $75,000 in compensation from the shamed couple for their actions. Of course, that included the cost of the items they sold, but it also covered the cost of repairing the house, which had been left in an abysmal state after being subjected to Lila and her husband's artistic endeavors. Finally, it included a sum to make up or the emotional distress the whole episode has caused. The moment Lila heard the figure, she let out a shrieking scream so piercing it could be said to be heard from outside of the solar system. After that, both her and her husband had no choice but to start working several jobs each. Now, under the strict supervision of her Aunt Kimmy, they led a miserable, soul-crushing existence of being worked to exhaustion on a daily basis to pay off their exorbitant debts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, Rita. You there? Hurry up and pick up, would you? Come on, pick up, would you? I don't have all day.
I'm sorry, Mother. I was just doing the laundry. Is there something I can help you with?
You're always way too slow, Rita. How many times have I told you to answer me on the first call? I told you to keep your mother-in-law's line a priority. I don't have all day to wait for you to reply, for God's sake.
Yes, ma'am. I'm really sorry about that. Like I said, I was doing the laundry, and I also left my smartphone in my bag and didn't notice that you had texted me, and...
Yeah, I don't want to hear your usual excuses. Just be more careful next time. Keep the phone in your back pocket or something. Use your head.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. So, what can I do for you, Mother?
I want you to come over to my place, right now.
Right now? You want me to go over to your place?
I want you to clean the stairs. It's gotten a bit dusty and I don't want to slip on it. Plus my back is killing me and I don't want it to get worse. So I want you to come over here and clean it up.
Mother, have you forgotten? You do remember that I sprained my ankle the other day while cleaning your windows. You know, slipped off that old ladder?
Oh, really? Did you? Wasn't that like a year ago?
It was 2 days ago, Mother. How could you forget that?
Anyways, what's a little sprain? You're making a big thing out of nothing. Cleaning the stairs doesn't require you to climb up a ladder. A little ankle sprain won't be a bother.
Actually, it swelled up quite a bit. The doctor said I shouldn't put pressure on it for a few days. Besides, with you nearby, I really worried what you might do.
Huh? What are you trying to imply?
I can't believe you already forgot, Mother. I was carrying that big jug of laundry detergent up the stairs when you came up behind me and bumped me out of the way. I just about tumbled down those stairs. I was able to catch my balance just in time. If I had the sprained ankle then, I would have ended up at the bottom of those stairs. So, no way I'm taking a chance in this condition. To be honest, I'm frightened that I might get injured.
That was totally your fault. You were climbing those stairs right when I was super busy. You're always so slow. I'm really offended that you would blame me for your ineptness.
I can't trust someone who simply shrugs and casually brushes aside what could have been a serious injury. All you said was, "Oh, sorry about that." You showed zero remorse. I don't feel comfortable working around you. There, I said it.
My, being a little rude this morning. I can't believe I'm stuck with such an ill-mannered daughter-in-law.
I don't plan to be your maid who jumps whenever you come calling. So, yeah, you can call me ill-mannered or smart alecky or whatever you want. Be my guest.
I cannot believe you, Rita. I never expected such a crass daughter-in-law. What was my son thinking, marrying you? Such an insolent woman. I never should have consented to this marriage. I really should have gone with my instincts. But there's no turning back now. I'm going to teach you a little about being a proper daughter-in-law. I'm headed over there right now. Get ready for some real training. I'll make you into a well-mannered daughter-in-law, so help me God.
You can come over if you like, but I won't be here.
Huh? What do you mean you won't be there?
I won't be there because I'm not living there anymore. I moved out.
What do you mean you moved? Oh, wait. I get it. So it finally came down to this. I see. Kevin finally had enough of you. Well, I don't blame him.
Huh? What are you talking about?
No need to ask me. I'm all for you guys getting divorced. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. But I will tell you right now, I will not give up little Dave. He's my precious little grandson. He's not going anywhere. Unlike her mother, he's an angel, the future head of our household. I'll bring him up myself. I'll take care of him as if he were my very own son.
Right. I'm afraid you got it all wrong, Mother. You really do have your head in the clouds. For your information, we all moved away, Kevin and Dave included.
Huh? What are you saying?
Well, it seems your son, Kevin, has had it with your mistreatment of me. No matter how many times he has warned you about it, you failed to heed his warnings. It just so happened that his company was looking for someone to work on the East Coast, and he grabbed at the chance. And Dave just finished junior high. It'll be a good chance for him to continue high school in a new location, make new friends. It'll be a wonderful change for him. We're even thinking about buying a house there. It's a very nice area. Bit cold in the winter, but a beautiful neighborhood.
What? Are you out of your mind? Do you really think I will allow this? Well, I'm not.
I don't think you have any right to say that after how you treated me over the years. I am so relieved to be free of your bullying. Goodbye.
If that's the case, I will move to the East Coast too, wherever that may be. I'll sell this place and move in with you.
Sorry, we have no intention of telling you where we live.
Just tell me the address right now.
Sorry, can't do that. Sorry, goodbye.
Hello, Rita. I finally found you guys. It looks like you're all out this morning. Family outing or something? Nice house. When you get back, I'll start on that daughter-in-law etiquette training we talked about. Marine boot camp will seem like a day in the park after I'm done with you.
Mother? What's this all about? What's wrong with you?
Oh, Rita, welcome back. I was waiting for you.
Cut the crap, Mother. What are you doing barricading yourself in one of our rooms? Are you out of your mind?
I take it you read that letter I left on the living room table.
That's why I'm texting you. Just cut this crap and come out of that room right away.
Not until you agree to my terms. I'm not coming out of here until then. I will resist you for however long it takes. I've got enough rations to last me a month.
If you mean you want to live with us, that's not going to happen. How did you find out where we lived anyways? I didn't tell anyone where we moved to, except for my folks and your husband.
Well, there was a key on my husband's keychain, one I hadn't seen before. Figured it was yours. As for finding out this address, I stalked out your parents' place for days until one day I lucked out. Actually, it was what I was waiting for.
What do you mean, lucked out? What are you talking about?
Did you recently send a small package to your parents?
You're kidding me. Did you steal our mail?
Please, I'm not a thief. All I did was take a look in the mailbox, used my smartphone to snap a picture of the address label. I didn't take anything. I put the package right back where I found it.
What the hell are you doing? You've totally lost it.
You took my grandson away from me. It's not normal. A grandmother should be able to see her grandson anytime she wants. That's the way it just is.
You belong in a mental facility. This is not normal. I'm going to call the police. Just come out of that room right away.
Oh yes, this room, it must be yours by the looks of it. You really have horrendous taste.
What?
This room looks like it's used by a 6-year-old. So messy, clothes strewn about everywhere, snacks everywhere. Besides, a housewife does not need her own room. A wife sleeps with her husband. Therefore, this room shall be mine. And all the stuff in this room, all these posters and plastic models, oh yeah, and all those comics and DVDs in the closet. I put all that junk into a garbage bag and took it out by the side of the road this morning. I'm sure it's all gone by now. And good riddance.
You must be kidding. Tell me you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Why would I kid about that? That's just an awful hobby of yours. Comics and DVDs. What are you, a teenage juvenile? You're a married woman with a child. This kind of infatuation with comics and DVDs, it just doesn't set a good example for my grandson. Well, think of this as the first step in your training, getting rid of all this junk.
Dave is with me right now. He's seething with anger.
Huh? What do you mean?
Grandma? This is Dave.
Oh, Dave, my dear grandson, I'm so sorry to barge in like I did. I had no other choice. I wanted to see you so badly. I hope you understand. Your mother was so against me living with you. I really had no choice. But you don't have to worry anymore. You can now live with your grandma as you've always wanted. I can't believe that your mother would prevent you from seeing me. Anyway, let's put all that aside and have a nice comfortable life with me and Grandpa.
Is it true that you got rid of all the stuff in that room?
Yes, that's right, I did. Your mother is just unbelievable. I had no idea that she had such a reprehensible hobby. I mean, at her age? Please! She's a mother for God's sake, and I also can't see where she finds the time to have such a hobby. No wonder she never does anything properly. But all in all, it turned out okay. I'm just glad it didn't influence you negatively, now that I'm here.
Are you finished, Grandma? That room you're in? That's my room.
Huh? You mean, this is your room?
Are you serious about what you said? That you threw out all my stuff? The comics and figures that I took years to collect? My DVDs too? Please say it's not true.
This is your Dave's room? Not your mom's? Wait a second.
I would think it would be obvious. Any normal person would immediately realize it's a kid's room. What's wrong with you, Grandma? So let me ask you one more time. Did you seriously throw that stuff out?
Hold on a second. I was just, but your room is upstairs, I thought.
Mom and Dad use those rooms for their remote work. The Wi-Fi router is up there. They have better reception. My room's on the first floor.
Dave, don't worry. You really don't have to cover for your mother. The children usually have rooms on the second floor.
Like I said, my room's on the first floor.
Huh?
That room is next to the garage and the front driveway. You probably don't even know this, but I'm on the school basketball team. Actually, it was comics that got me interested in it. I wanted my room on the first floor so I could get out and shoot hoops whenever I wanted. Mom and Dad agreed.
Comics got you interested in basketball? So does that mean that those magazines and DVDs...
Like I've been saying, the room you barged into, that's my room. That stuff you threw out, that's all mine. My precious treasure that I've been collecting since I was in elementary school. How could you do that?
Huh? That can't be.
I want it back. I want all of it back. I bought all of that myself. I saved my allowance and bought all those things. And since getting into high school, I saved up money from my part-time job. And those comics, they're worth a fortune. I worked hard to get those. Some of them were super rare. Mom and Dad bought me some of that stuff for my birthday, too.
Huh? Please, Dave, I didn't mean to.
I want all of it back now! Right now!
But Dave, this kind of hobby, comics and all, it's all for geeks. You never get a proper girlfriend.
Are you serious?
That's right. Just think of this as a good opportunity, an opportunity to start a new and grown-up life. What'd you say?
What's that got to do with you throwing out all of my valuable possessions? And what's so bad about being a geek? All these recent tech guys were all geeks, even Bill Gates. Besides, how could you be so stupid as to confuse my room with my mom's? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone do!
Well, to know.
And about having a girlfriend, I'm already seeing someone.
Huh? You already have a girlfriend?
And it's none of your business whether I have a girlfriend or not. What's more, why don't you apologize? You don't even feel remorse for what you did. That's common sense, isn't it? You do something wrong, you apologize. Didn't they teach you that in school? Or does not apologizing mean you're going to get all my stuff back? Is that it?
Well, I can't.
I want it all back. Do you hear me? I want it all back.
Dave, listen.
I hate you, Grandma.
Huh?
I hate the way you treat Mom. You treat her like a slave. How could you be so cruel? I never liked how you treated her, but you did it this time. I couldn't sit back and watch you treat Mom like that any longer. Get the hell out of our house! I never want to see you again!
But Dave, please calm down. Let's talk directly and work things out. What'd you say?
I'm texting you online because I don't want to see your face. Don't you even get that?
Please, Dave. You're my grandson. My precious grandson would never talk to me like that.
Just get the hell out of our house!
Dave was so angry he could not stop texting her. I had to calm him down and pry his fingers off his smartphone. As I was doing so, my mother-in-law came sulking out of Dave's room. Right about then, my husband came home from work. My mother-in-law figured she had him on her side and quickly regained her composure and her confidence, but the look on my husband's face was not of pity, but of anger. He reprimanded her for her despicable behavior and her treatment of me. My husband dragged her out of the house and into his car and back home. About Dave's valuable collection, that amounted to an astonishing $8,000 due to some extremely rare comics and figures. Fortunately, he was able to get some of the items back before they were destroyed. My father-in-law paid for the damages, but insisted that she work to pay him back. Well, my mother-in-law finally realized that she treated me wrongly. I hear she's working at her part-time job every day to pay back her debts. Maybe she's finally learned her lesson.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Cynthia, where's my money? I need money for groceries.
Oh, sorry, Allie. I couldn't go to the bank today. I was sick. I'll wire you the money tomorrow.
Stop making excuses. We made a deal, remember? That's why I let you get your own place. I even look after your dad's house and your brother. You understand that?
Of course. You took us in when my father got remarried, and you've been looking after the house since my dad passed. I really appreciate it.
Well, good. Just keep making that money for me. Don't be late again on your payment. I don't care if you're sick. Got it?
Okay, sorry.
Send an extra $1,000 this month.
What?
That's what you get for being a day late. My daughter wants a new dress, and I want a new bag, so...
But how will I pay rent?
You talking back to me now? Seriously? Don't push me. Don't make me hurt Kyle.
I'm sorry. I'll pay. Please, leave my brother out of this.
You two are unbelievable, you know that? If it wasn't for me, you'd both be out on the streets by now. After your dad died, I didn't have to take care of you two. I was just being nice, you know? You should be grateful.
I am. Again, thank you for everything. I really appreciate it.
You too. Why can't you be more like my daughter, huh? She got into a really good private school this year. She's so brilliant. She's nothing like you two.
Wait, what? Private school? How are you gonna pay for that? It can't be cheap.
I found a bank passbook in Kyle's room. It had a lot of money in it, so I'm planning to use that.
Hold up. That money is for his education. Please don't use that. And what are you gonna do to his room? He's 11 already.
Ugh, shut up. This is my house. I can do whatever I want. You don't get to tell me what to do.
But if you use that money, he won't be able to get an education.
What's the point? He's dumb as hell anyways. If you want an education for him, maybe you should get a second job. I know. Why don't you whore yourself out? I hear you can make a lot of money doing that. Want me to hook you up? I know a guy who knows a guy. The pay is pretty good.
No, thanks. Look, about your daughter's tuition, I'll figure something out. So please leave Kyle's money alone.
Fine, fine. But if you're late on your payment again, I'm taking the money. Now get back to work.
Okay.
Don't forget to add the extra $1,000. Oh, and send me some money for her school uniforms and textbooks too. Got it?
Okay, I will. I gotta go.
Cynthia, the house is empty. You know something about this? What's going on here? Explain yourself.
Welcome back, Allie. How was your vacation with your daughter? You two were gone for a week. I bet you had a lot of fun.
Shut up. Why is there a sold sign on the house? Where's our stuff? You're not getting away with this.
Shut the hell up. You know who you're talking to?
What? What did you just say to me?
Just shut up and listen. About the house? You can't live there anymore. I sold it, so...
What? Sold it? You can't just sell off the house without my permission.
Actually, I can. I inherited the house from my dad, so...
Wait, what?
You inherited his money, but the house, he gave it to me. I'm the one who pays the property tax. It's my house, so I can do whatever I want with it. But no worries, I rented an apartment nearby. All your stuff is there, so you're welcome. The first month is already paid for, but the rest is up to you.
This is ridiculous. I've been living there for years. I got rights.
Actually, you don't. You didn't fill out the proper paperwork, so Dad didn't leave a will, and technically we're not family anymore, so I was just being nice to you. You understand that? But you acted like you owned the place. And you took my brother hostage.
Screw you! I'm the one who took care of your brother. How dare you?
Seriously? You mean he took care of you? He told me everything. I know you worked him like a dog. You made him do everything around the house. You even hit him when he messed up, right?
That's called discipline. And he's not even family. You thought I'd let him stay at my house for free?
You're unbelievable, you know that? And you used up all his savings too. You didn't even use it for your daughter's education. You used it to buy stupid things for yourself. Then you told Kyle to get a job right after middle school. What the hell is wrong with you?
Shut up! Shut up! You should be grateful I took you in. You two owe me. And Kylie is dumb as hell. He won't learn anything in high school anyways. Might as well get a job.
That's not your call. Kyle is with me now, so no worries. I handed in all the necessary paperwork while you two were gone, so... Oh, and I got his money back too.
Wait, how? Wait, what do you mean?
Yep, I sold all your designer bags and stuff. You bought it with his money anyways.
You little shit. You're not getting away with this. Stay where you are. I'm coming for you. I know where you live.
That's a good one. How stupid are you? Remember what we talked about 4 years ago?
Huh?
Remember when you asked me to pay you an extra $1,000 for being late on my payment? The thing is, I had already moved by then. I even got a new job. Moving cost me a lot of money. That's why I was late on your payment. I was pretty worried that you might find out. So, yeah, you won't be able to find me. You can try to find us, but you'll just be wasting your time. You can't even beg us for money anymore. Poor you.
What?
I've been planning this for a while now. It took longer than I expected, but now we can finally move on with our lives. Thank goodness. Not sure where you're gonna live from now on, but oh well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Have fun being miserable.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I had no idea you felt that way about me. Please forgive me. Please, I'll do anything. Come on, I'm your mother, and think of your little sister.
Mother? Little sister? What on earth are you talking about? My mom is dead, and I don't have a little sister. I'm done with you. Get out of our lives, you old hag. Go to hell.
No.
Oh, and one last thing. You know your daughter has a secret Facebook account, right? She uploaded this really interesting picture the other day.
What?
She was partying with some college students. She was drinking too, I think, but she's underage. I sent the pic to her school.
What?
Her school's really strict, right? She'll probably get expelled. Sucks to be her. After all that money you spent on her education. Too bad.
Why would you do this? Why get her involved? Leave her out of this. Please stop.
No worries, I'm done with you two. I'm gonna block you now. You won't be hearing from me again. Bye. After that, Allie and her daughter moved into the small apartment I rented for them. She tried to find a new job but failed miserably. A month later, they were out on the streets. Oh, and her daughter got expelled. They got in a huge fight after that and she ran away from home. I heard she works as a hooker now or something. So, Allie lost everything. A friend of mine told me that she now lives in the park. Sucks to be her, but
time.
Hey, Patty! How you been? Excuse me, but may I ask who this is? Hey, come on, you forgot a dear friend. It's me, Margaret. You know, your dear old childhood friend. You got me stumped. I can't recall anybody by that name. I don't have a friend named Margaret. Come on, stop kidding around. Think real hard. Margaret! Yeah, I remember. I blocked you online. How did you access me anyways? Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Why did you block me? I mean, we are friends, right? How could you block me? But I switched smartphones and got unblocked. Huh? Are you serious? Don't tell me you don't know why you were blocked. As I recall, there was something about stealing my boyfriend from me. I blocked you because I never wanted to talk to you again. So maybe you should get your own life and stop interfering in mine. Huh? Are you still mad about that? Patty, I never took you for the hard-headed type. So you called me to make fun of me, is that it? If you have nothing to say, gonna block you. Sorry. I'm pretty sure the earth revolves around the sun and not you. Goodbye. Hey, come on! Wait! I'm sorry. I contacted you because I wanted a favor. A favor? You want a favor from me? You really got the nerve, asking me for a favor. Come on, just hear me out. Well, guess what? I got married. It's all official as of yesterday. Submitted the forms at City Hall. Oh yeah? I'm bursting with joy. Guess who my new hubby is? Let's see. Okay, I give up. The correct answer is Daniel. Are you surprised? Say it. Surprised, right? Yeah, I know. Pretty shocked, huh? I mean, he was your ex-boo. Oh yeah, that Danny, huh? You guys are still going out, I take it. I'm surprised it lasted so long. Yeah, if you played it right, you'd be his wife. Too bad, huh? Sorry, didn't intend to walk down the aisle before you. I'm okay with it. Do what you like. Besides, I really don't care what you guys do. To be honest, I'm relieved you guys are no longer a part of my life. Come on! I can almost feel the envy oozing out of you. And FYI, Danny fell in love with me. It wasn't some fling. What were you contacting me about? If you're just gonna yap all day, I don't have the time. Come on, wait! I messaged you because we want you to come to our wedding. Huh? Are you being serious? Who invites a husband's ex-girlfriend to their wedding? Is it happy hour over there? I'm serious. I mean, you are my one and only childhood friend. Danny and I planned really hard for this wedding. I really want you there. Do you know how much he spent on our wedding preparations? $50,000. Can you believe it? And he was like, here, pay for it with this. And plop the cash on the table just like that. Don't you think that's awesome? I'm head over heels happy for you. I sent you an invitation, but I haven't received it yet. Did have RSVP on it. That's French for please reply. I've been waiting all this time for a reply. I never got an invitation. Well, I suppose you've always been a bit unorganized. Not much time for the wedding, so I can't resend it. Just say you'll attend now and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass. Do you really think I would go? Huh? Why not? Why won't you attend? You just said you don't care what we do. Come on, it'll be fun. I said I don't care, but I don't have to like it. You do know that I know your folks as well as Danny's. If I attended, it would be awkward as hell. I don't want to go out of my way to feel uncomfortable, so forget about it. Huh? Please, come on. You don't even have to bring a wedding gift. Just attend. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said no. I wouldn't go even if you paid me. A real friend you are. That's why you will never marry. If you attend the wedding, I'll introduce you to a bunch of nice single guys. You don't want to be single all your life, do you? Thanks for the words of wisdom. Anyway, I have a lot of work to do. Don't have the time. Also, too much of a hassle to go back to the States just for a wedding. Back to the States? What do you mean? I'm working overseas now. Got a new job a while back. Huh? Seriously? That's right. So I don't have the time or energy to attend the wedding. My husband's pretty busy around this time of year too. Wait, Patty? Are you married? When did this happen? Why didn't you say anything? I'm sorry. Do I have to report everything to you? Who is this husband of yours? What's he do? Is he foreign? What's his job? I have zero obligation to tell you anything about my private affairs. What's it got to do with you anyway? Come on, no harm in telling me. Or is it some guy you can't introduce? Fat and bald, something like that? Yeah, I remember guys like that always fell for you. What's that supposed to mean? FYI, he's American. And I think you know him too. Huh? Who? I'm sure you know. Gary. Huh? Gary? Gary? Our classmate Gary? Wasn't his father the CEO of that major corporation? That Gary? You got married to Gary? You're pranking me. I know it. I'm serious. I guess we've been married going on 5 years now. Wait. You know perfectly well that I had a crush on Gary for forever. Why are you, of all people, married to Gary? When I worked at my other office, we had an opportunity to work together, and one thing led to another. I led the team that worked closely with Gary's company. We also lived nearby, met often for work, and eventually privately. Then before we knew it, we were married. That's not fair. Give it back. Huh? Give what back? Gary, he has always been my guy. Why is he with you? Sorry, but he is definitely not your guy. Besides, you never even went out with him, as I recall. As a matter of fact, Gary said you were stalking him. Says he almost called the cops. Hey, is Gary there with you? Let me talk to him, please. I'll convince him that I am the perfect girl for him. Please, let me just talk to him. Sorry, he says he'll pass. Says he never liked your self-serving ways, especially your forcefulness. You really should take it down a notch. Besides, what do you plan to do even if you do convince him? Which would never happen, of course. We're both married. You are aware of that, right? I'm going to marry Gary, and nobody can stop me. I am way better for him than you. I'll trade him for Danny. You take Danny and I'll marry Gary. Swap husbands. Margaret, are you on drugs? Swap husbands? How's that even possible? I thought you guys fell in love. No, I always loved Gary. He was the only one. I started going out with Danny because Gary just didn't seem interested in girls. So, what do you say we all get divorced and start over? Then we get married to our true loves. Come on, Patty. You always liked Danny. You can have him back, so please. You get back with Danny and I live happily ever after with Gary. Everybody's happy. Okay, when do we start? Never going to happen. Everybody will just end up being miserable. The whole idea is totally preposterous. No way I'm getting back with him. Why? Why did you do this? Why didn't you tell me you got married to Gary? You didn't even invite me to your wedding. Why would I do such a stupid thing? Besides, we only invited family and close friends to our wedding. Nothing elaborate. Oh yeah? Figures. One of those cheapo weddings, huh? Unlike you, we invited all our friends and relatives and spent close to $50,000. So there, a real extravagant wedding to say the least. Oh yeah? Our after-wedding party was quite an event though. All our friends and office people showed up at the after-wedding part. Really was unforgettable. We had close to 1,000 people attend. 1,000? No way! How much did all that cost? Nah, it wasn't that expensive. Probably covered the whole thing with monetary gifts. Everyone gave like 100 to 200 euros each. But that's just an after-wedding get-together, right? The wedding is the important thing. Just family and close friends. How cheesy. For me, we're gonna have an extravagant affair at one of the top hotels downtown. Limousine and all. How about you? Where'd you have the wedding? Our wedding? We held it on Santorini Island in Greece. They say it's the most beautiful island in the world. The scenery, it was breathtaking. We only invited a small number of people, so we were really able to enjoy the scenery. Gotta say, it was the happiest day of my entire life. What the hell is going on here? You, of all people, married the love of my life. You have a wedding in Greece, for God's sake. Congratulated by all your friends and relatives. This is not happening. To be honest, I really don't know what you want from us. Just enjoy it. An extravagant $50,000 wedding. Sounds great. Go for it. Life's too short. You should be happy. Wait. Is the reason for inviting me to the wedding you don't have enough people showing up? Didn't get many of those RSVPs back or something like that? Okay, I get it now. That's why you wanted us to attend. That's not it. That's not it at all. A bunch of people's attending. Friends, people from the office, everyone. Oh, really? Maybe I should attend. Check it out for myself. I'm curious about how many people are going to show up.
I changed my mind. I don't want you to attend. I've officially uninvited you. Stay away from my wedding.
Calm down. Don't worry, I never intended to go anyways. But I gotta say I was surprised Danny married you. You roped him in nicely, I'll give you that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, he was a pretty well-known womanizer back in the day.
Huh?
When I was going out with him, he was always two-timing me. He was going out with 3 girls at one time. He loved those nightclubs, practically lived there. I got in his case about it a couple of times, but he wouldn't stop. Drinking until the wee hours of the morning, spending money on bar girls. But you know all that, and you accepted him. You're such a kind and understanding person.
What's all this? I never heard that. Two-timing nightclubs, bar girls?
Huh? Don't tell me you didn't know. Oh golly, forget what I just said. I just made it all up. A joke.
Wait, no one told me. How could I forget that? You didn't make it up, did you? It's no joke, is it?
Hey, calm down. He'll change once you get married. Oh, you are married. Once you start your life together. I mean, don't worry. Everything will turn out okay, I think.
If he doesn't change, what do I do? No way I can go through with this. This is not happening. Why me? What did I do to deserve this?
Margaret, can I go now? My kids will be back from kindergarten soon, so...
Kids? You have kids too?
Yeah, the older one is 4 and the younger one is 2. I have to go pick them up. Gonna hang up, okay?
Why do you get to be so happy? This is totally unfair. This is total BS.
Okay, calm down. I'm really busy, so I'm gonna hang up now, okay? See ya. Have a good life with Danny. After that, I took this opportunity to block Margaret's line messages. I changed my cell phone number too, just in case. After a while, I got a call from my mother, who still knows those circle of friends. Apparently, Margaret forced Danny to admit his two-timing ways. But Margaret's forceful badgering didn't sit well with Danny, and the two ended up in a furious argument. Although newlyweds, their romantic honeymoon was short-lived. I hear they are currently separated. The wedding ceremony was postponed, but the cancellation fee they were forced to pay was pretty significant. I hear it's probably going to be an ugly, drawn-out divorce.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take